beautiful souls. Welcome to the January 2025 Healing for Humanity. Let's start the year off with a big cleanse of 2024. So I'm just saging my space and clearing all the energy from 2024 that we don't want to no longer carry with us or bring into this new year with us. So let's try it. So welcome. If this is your first healing, please know that all the healings before are timeless. They are just perfectly waiting for you when it is the right time for you to watch them. And for those that are regulars, welcome back. Happy New Year. And let's hope that 2025 is a lot more transformative than 2024. I feel like 2024 was a year of uncovering and revealing things that were coming up for healing. I hope that now in 2025, it feels like everything has come to the surface. Now it's time to release, to heal, to let go, to move forward, to transform or transmute into new energy. And I'm not saying that it's going to be an easy year. That's not the feeling that I'm getting. But I feel like we are becoming more and more light-filled in our bodies, and that will only aid us in our ascension, in where we're at with the whole planetary carries on, and it will be helpful to us in a way that will transmute in more energy quicker. So there's a positive for you. Hopefully everything will move just through a little bit quicker, and then we won't feel so stuck. So I wanted to turn on my dictation for the notes and allow what comes through in the text as well. So if you ever want a written form of these notes, let me know. I can easily send them to you. So our intention: what is the best and highest good for the whole of humanity in 2025? Okay, so let me just check in. For those that are new, I generally connect in with the Healing Council of Light, and then the images and the messages that I am shown and receive, I share with you through whatever is revealed. So the start is always a little bit, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening? And then we find our flow. So just stick with me for a moment as I check in. Okay, so I am shown what came through when I was checking in was just this big ball of yellow energy, and it felt very aligned to the solar plexus. It also felt very aligned to the sun. So, and it feels very alive. It feels very energetic. It feels just bursting with energy. So let me just see what this is representing. Oh, okay. So I'm seeing all of these balls around us, like a circle around us, so a sphere around us. I was trying to count them, but I don't think that's relevant. But what it's kind of indicating is cycles. So cycles, you know how we follow the moon and you can map out the part of the moon. So like a new moon might be at the top, the full moon might be at the bottom, and then you've got the waxing and the waning and all the different shapes that you see in different parts. It's like that, but this is basically saying, because it's not showing shadows because the sun never has the shadows. It's like we've got sun all around us. It feels really good. It feels really good. Basically saying we've got this ring of energy around us that we can draw on, that is waiting for us, that is here for us, that is accessible, basically. Let me just check in. So now I'm getting an image of the Vitruvian Man, you know, the man that's in the circle. Leonardo da Vinci drew it. And he is like representative of humanity, and he is in the middle of the sphere, but he is almost like a globe, and he's going upside down, round and round, flipping on his like it's just like a like you would imagine him in a snow globe, almost like that glass ball, and he's within all the suns. I really wish I could draw this for you. Um, but what the message is coming through is that no matter how topsy-turvy life gets, we always have access to the sun. We always have access to our power, which is the solar plexus, confidence, I am uh, part of our being, and that it's just really heading into the energy of for January, potentially, that we're still finding our equilibrium. We're still finding our way. So if you know you've had a really tough 2024, if you feel like you've cleared a lot of stuff, you've dealt with a lot of stuff, you've been put through a lot of stuff, right? You've had to deal with a lot, that we're almost it's like we're coming out of the washing machine, but we haven't quite finished our cycle. We're still being we're still like it's like it's coming to rest, but we haven't quite found our balance yet, our clear path forward. Um, yeah, so some of us could still feel like we're completely upside down. Some of us could feel like we're starting to write, but we're not quite there. Some of us might feel like we're just on our back. You know, it's just we're all in different spaces, but wherever we are, it's the light, it's the connection to light. It's knowing that the power is within us. Our light is the way shower. So I'm being shown the candle, which is what came up in our activation in my private group for our healing in late December. It's interesting that that's come through as well. It's almost like whichever way we are feeling, so say we're feeling upside down, it's like our candle is still burning. Our candle is in our solar plexus. Our candle is our essence. Our candle is our pure light, right? And it's almost like our soul light, and it will never go out. But it's what are we doing to protect it? What situations are we putting ourselves in that drain our energy, or dim our light, so to speak? You know, what thoughts, beliefs, feelings, you know, that are coming through that are not, you know, keeping our light bright and full. So it's more a case of how are we protecting our own soul essence at the moment? Things can be absolutely crazy for you. Feels like a little bit for me. But yet you can maintain that beautiful light within, that confidence, that knowing that you are brave, strong, confident, that you can get through this. There, you know, it's just a moment in time. It is, and it's basically calling us within, calling us to look within to really assess what is aligned for us right now, what is aligning, what is not, what is dimming our light, what is hiding our flame, in which ways are we hiding ourselves? All these aspects that we may, you know, we might be hiding our light as well and not being brave enough to show it to the world. You know, there's all these ways that we could dim our own light, but it's all within us. It's all within us to break down the layers that we are keeping ourselves small, that we are keeping ourselves stuck, that we are not quite breaking through what it is we need to just be in our full being, to be in our full amazing presence and to shine our light brightly. Okay, whatever that means for you. It might be through your career, it might be through your work, it might be through love, it might be through family, like just whatever lights you up as well and gives you that. What is the words? It's almost like, oh, here's something then. Okay, so I just got shown. It's like if we can bring our candle uh, to the forefront or show it to the world or at least get it to its most utmost brightest, like by that I mean, peeling away the layers of all the stuff that's just not working for you, right? And when you can do that and release that, then your light shines bright. What I'm being shown is that the world will mirror this back to you. And this is a good reflection point. Play on words there. um, that if the world is not reflecting back at you right now in a positive, bright, confident, aligned way, then look at that, right? So, our aim as humans really is to live a great life, really, to live an easy life, to live a great life, to live a fun life, but life's been really hard for a lot of us lately. And so, what this is basically saying is look at the aspects of your life. Basically, I'm seeing sort of like faceted mirrors around us, uh, which is blocking the way to the sun. So, we've still got our circle of suns around us. We're the Vitruvian man in our glass ball, whichever way you feel you are. And then there's a circle of faceted mirrors basically saying we've got to punch through those mirrors. So what that means is like if you are being reflected negatively at the moment, like if a part of your life is just not lining up, just not going the way you want, there's conflict or there's irritation or there's frustration. Frustration can be at the timing of things. I really want this, but it's not coming, like it's still not here. It's like break through those mirrors. When we can blast off those mirrors of whatever's being reflected back to us, this is also through relationships with people, like if you are having conflict with people in your life, it's reflecting back on us, right? What are we not releasing? What are we not looking at? What are we not being in our true authentic self and owning of ourselves? That's another mirror. And we can get frustrated at the people that is reflecting this back at us. But we've always just got to turn that frustration around and go, okay, what is my part in this? What is this showing me? What am I here to learn about this? I mean, we are in the school, Earth school, right? Every part of your day sometimes is almost a lesson, like a little squabble with your family or sitting there and not feeling fulfilled or you know when you become conscious of your actions throughout your day you're given all the signs. You literally are, but a lot of us prefer to numb out, like um a lot of us pick up our phones, like or technology when we might have a moment where we sit down and feel really lonely and abandoned or just not comfortable, right, with our own feelings. So we pick up our phone, we distract ourselves. um it's really trying to avoid distracting yourself. Try that for January and instead start to sit there and feel it. What is this discomfort? Like, what is this loneliness? Or could be the opposite spectrum, right? It could be anger, it could be frustration, it could be anything that's sort of like quite negative. But this other side of like sadness and grief and grief doesn't always need to be connected to a person. It's a situation, it's an experience, it's whatever we're letting go of. We can fully grieve in those moments, and it's uncomfortable. It always is, because again, it's bringing up a part of us that just needs to be seen. And maybe it is loneliness, maybe it is abandonment. And it's never nice to feel that feeling, but we need to feel it. So there's a key message coming through for this healing is we need to feel it. We need to stop distracting ourselves. We need to just look at the ways you do distract yourself, right? If throughout your day something feels a little bit uncomfortable, what do you reach for? It could be food, it could be coffee, who knows? It could be natural plant medicine, whatever. No judgment here. We all do it. I do it. But it's noticing it. And if we aren't sitting in our own feelings, just to truly feel them, then we're not going to blast through this mirror. We're not going to blast through this, like, it feels very thin, right? But this layer to get to our full expression of our suns and to get our Vitruvian man, so to speak, um, metaphor only, back into balance, back into being the full expression of and being upright. Because what I am seeing is when the Vitruvian man, us, right, fully lean into our true expression, which is our candle, when we can feel like we're upright, we've got this, the world can be in chaos and you within you can still feel like you've got this, right? The whole world doesn't have to reflect how we can feel inside, right? It's how we hold our energy and our candle inside. And so when we can be upright, feeling balanced, then I see all the suns connecting. I see all the suns connecting and they're connecting into our solar plexus, which feels like it's giving us the energy to move forward. It's giving not move forward, but as in this will bring through the energy that you need to take the first steps, aligned steps into your full transformation, into your highest expression, into your highest timeline even. And when people talk about their highest timeline, if this is a topic that you're not quite sure on, it's basically saying when you feel so aligned, when everything is like really, it's working out for you. You have those moments in life where, things are just like everything you touch turns to gold. You have beautiful relationships, like things are cranking, you're happy. It's like you've got momentum and things feel really good. It's almost like saying you're on your highest timeline, right? Ultimately, though, we always are on our highest timeline because even when it feels a little shitty, when we come across like bumps in the road, frustrations, like basically brick walls sometimes where we just don't feel like we can push through and get traction again, we're still on our highest timeline because it's all in our highest alignment. But I guess it comes down to the choice point. Are you going to choose to try and break through the brick wall, or are you going to sit there and stay stuck? This is the sort of choice point of like when people talk about moving onto their highest timeline. It's like if you choose to walk around the brick wall, then you get traction, then you get movement, then you get back onto your highest timeline. Okay. So anyone who's confused about that, reach out if you want more information or just ask some questions. Or put some questions below in the comments if that doesn't make any sense to you. Okay, so let's get back to this visualization. So what's really the main themes coming through is understanding that when we feel out of balance, when we feel upside down, when the world feels upside down, or we're on our back, or whichever way you feel like your Vitruvian man is aligned, you can close your eyes and check in and sort of just have a look at your own, what do you feel? That it's calling on us to take every moment as a lesson or a learning or a chance to get curious about which mirrors we still need to blast. What is being reflected to us that we need to look at to aid our own movement, traction, healing, transformation, whatever word works for you. Yeah. So a lot of us, I feel, are still at the mirror stage. A lot of us are not realizing that these mirrors that come up in our lives are not as big as we think. It's keeping on doing the inner work. It feels like January for us is going to be a really reflective month. It's one that feels like just keep doing the inner work, blast these mirrors, and your Vitruvian man will right itself. And then when he has righted itself, you feel like you have righted yourself, that you are on the path, that you it's just when the energy aligns, right? We all have these energy hits, and it's waiting for that moment, that's when the stars will just all align, come into our solar plexus, and then it will be right to take any action that you feel is necessary for your own evolution, for your own transformation, for whatever the next step is for you, basically. But the theme is really coming through as in just wait for things to balance out. Do the inner work. Reflect on what's being shown to you at the moment. Take the lessons, look at them, be really honest, be really, it's hard work, guys. It is. It's really hard work and it's really confronting. So, I feel you. I'm doing it. I'm doing it too. We all are. Um, but it's basically saying if you don't feel like your life is upright at the moment, then that's the work to do. That's where to look. That's where to go. And that's what's to be mindful of. But again, remember I said the mirrors don't feel heavy. They're not heavy. They feel really actually quite flimsy and light, but it's more important that you look at what's being reflected back at you in any moment. Yeah, and just find balance in life. Like, it's not all about doing the work, right? A lot of the work can be done when we actually start to focus on fun. You can have breakthroughs and light bulb moments and big ahas that just drop in when we're having fun. Um, when when we can relax, when we take our mind off it. So, yeah, this is not to say like, to constantly be on trying to figure out your mirrors is also not necessarily the path right now. It's just be mindful. Just be mindful when there's these blocks that feel like they're coming up for you, frustrations, conflicts, all that shadow work. That is where, sorry, that is where your focus should be, to blast that out. Blast it out. Clear it out. What's it telling you? What's no longer serving you? What is still keeping you stuck? And what's the shift that can happen? So, wow. Okay. So, from what I take from that, yeah, is January is going to be really just finding your balance, finding when you feel like you've righted yourself, when things start to align. Like I say, like coming out of the washing machine cycle, and just starting to get your head straight again, starting to get clarity on what it is, the action that you want to take. I think a lot of us are feeling quite lost as to what the next steps are or which direction to go in. And this is what is coming through in the healing, is just wait, just be patient, do the inner work, find balance for yourself, have fun along the way. It doesn't all have to be hard work. And look at blast those mirrors, and things will come right. Things will come right. It feels like January is kind of an action month. I feel as soon as you right yourself, as soon as you kind of feel like things are starting to align, it's going to be bang. It's going to be like action stations, really. That's what I heard. Action stations. So again, divine timing, guys. We can't force this. We can't make it happen. It's just pay attention and do the work. Look at what's coming up for you. Be honest about it. Sit with it and stop distracting. Stop using those numbing out patterns that we all do. Um, and just really be honest with yourself. So hard. Okay, let's do the clearing. I feel like that is all the messages coming through. Yeah, just guys, what I'm seeing is when all the suns aligned and when they all cross paths and they all come into your solar plexus, it's going to feel so good. It's just going to feel so aligned, so powerful, and so intrinsically you know, like we can't copy another person's path. We can't, be in alignment with someone else. It's us. It's purely us, and it's so unique to us. Um, just feels really, really beautiful. So, okay, for anyone who hasn't experienced these healings before, I'm now going to do the clearing and embedding. You're welcome to close your eyes, just listen to the words, just allow them to wash over you. And what we do is the clearing is basically pulling out any sort of energy that we no longer want, like pulling the weeds out of a garden. We just want to clear that energy from all our fields. And yes, this is happening for you in real time as you watch this video as well. And the embedding is coming along and putting in new seeds, dropping little magnets. This is what we want to grow. This is what we want to call in. This is what we want to expand in within our energy field as well. So up to you. But I'm just going to go through now with the clearing. So I, Kelly, on behalf of the whole of humanity, now clear. Feeling out of balance, feeling not knowing my pathway forward, feeling like I don't know which way is up or down, uh, feeling confused, out of control, unsure, not sure which direction to take, not sure what my next path is or my next action is. Feeling like the world is upside down along with me too. Not being able to break through my mirrors, not being able to move past frustrations and conflicts that have been with me for a long time. Using distraction methods to block my healing, to keep me distracted from actually looking at what is coming up for me to heal, what is being reflected back to me in my mirrors, and what am I not willing to look at. Clearing anything in my path that is not allowing me to feel balanced and upright and in control of my own destiny, of my own life path, of my highest timeline. Clearing any blocks to me moving forward, moving through, and being on my highest timeline, and clearing anything that is stopping me from being upright and in alignment with my circle of suns that will activate within me my solar plexus energy. Clearing all confusion, distraction, conflict, frustration, anger, and anything else that is hindering my evolution and growth across all time and space dimensions. Amen. Okay. Okay, so now for the embedding. So I, Kelly, on behalf of the whole of humanity, now embed. I am free and sovereign. I am choosing to be upright and in balance in life. I allow everything that is blocking my way to fall away with grace and ease, simply and easily. to allow me to right myself, become balanced, and know my path forward, to know what step to take next, to know what is calling my higher truth. I am confident, I am brave, I am strong, I am courageous. I can do this. I can blast through my mirrors easily, simply, and with grace and ease. I call in my suns in alignment to activate my solar plexus and help bring my candle, my soul essence, my light to be the biggest, brightest, boldest it has ever been. I live every day in grace and ease, releasing all attachments to stories, beliefs, and emotions that no longer serve me. I am able to view these and hold space for myself with honesty, clarity, and peace, knowing that I can move through anything that is in my way. I acknowledge all blocks that I have at the moment, and I choose to dissolve them now, easily and simply, with love and compassion for myself and anyone else involved. I am clear on my pathway forward. I am also patient in knowing that when the energy is right, my highest timeline will become clear and my transformation and evolution will be easily, simply, with grace and ease, embedded. I see all blocks and frustrations with love and compassion, knowing that they are here to shine a light on where I need to heal. And I love the universe, this amazing earth school, allowing me to grow and evolve every single day into my power, into my true essence, and onto my highest timeline. I am ready for 2025 to be my best year yet, with grace and ease. And know that I am in true alignment with who I truly am and who I came here to be. Across all time and space dimensions. Amen. Oh, okay. Okay, let's do this. I will pull some cards. But this healing feels very, oh, okay. We've got a jumper. We've got 3 jumpers. Is this, are these, no, there's more cards. All right, a few more. Okay, see how many more cards. I like there's 2. I really like, oh, okay, we've got them. um, yep, we've got 2. Um, I really like the essence of the messages coming through in this healing, and it feels really confirming that we are entering into a new energy, and we're there, guys. We are there. It's just keep on doing on, keep on keeping on, sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of light around us. Even the suns feel aligned to the amount of light that we are now able to carry as light beings. We're constantly upgrading and allowing more light in, and these suns just seem to reflect that, right? It's almost like the mirrors are just clearing out the last little bits. the last little bits that we need to allow or heal, whichever way you look at it. All right, first card, soul family. Beautiful. We don't have to do this alone, and soul family is so amazing in the strength and the compassion and the confidence that it gives you when you are with people who are in true alignment with you. And this feels very aligned to one of the mirrors, right? If you're hanging out with people that really don't get you anymore, we've we're upgrading, guys. Like we just might find ourselves waking up one day and just really not being aligned with the people in our lives. It's so tough. It's really tough. But it's also acknowledging that the amount of growth that you have done does mean that sometimes other people in our lives aren't at the same level. I'm not saying that you're higher or better than them. It's just like you are where you are, they are where they are, and acknowledging that. And if it's not serving you, if it's not lighting up your life, as in keeping your candle bright, if it's more draining your candle, this is what's coming through in the healing, as in really look at this stuff. Is this person still, do they still need to be in your life? And maybe they do. Maybe they do because they're family and you don't want to cut them out. And I get that. So it's how do you put boundaries in that protects you, okay? That allows you to shine your brightest, even when you've still got contact with them. So that's a whole topic in itself. So I will leave it at that. The soul family, really start to spend more time with people who get you, and find more. If you haven't got many in your life that get you, are aligned with you, then try new things, try new groups, reach out online. Yeah, even just say to the universe, I call in my soul family. I call in my soul family. Universe, show me, and you'll be surprised. Oh, here we go. Wow. All right. Starseed, what lights you up? Kind of like what the whole healing's about. What lights you up? What keeps your candle burning bright? What makes you the brightest, boldest, courageous, strongest, confident version of yourself? This is what we want to bring to the world. This is the energy we want to be in, as much as possible. So focus on what brings you joy, what lights you up, what makes you happy. Be with the people that, mirror that to you. Be in a job that mirrors that to you. Like really start to peel back the layers of what is stopping you from not being in this energy. Okay. So focus on what lights you up. That would be instead of having New Year's resolutions, actually journal on what brings me joy. And that is your, like, for the whole of 2025, that becomes your sole focus. What brings you joy? Ah, beautiful. Okay. So the Great Gathering, sorry if that's a bit blurry. Says it's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. This is what the Vitruvian man feels like to me, as in we've all just got to work with, wherever we are, but we've got our team. We do have our team. And that's what the suns were representing. Like, whichever way you are, up or down, back to front, there's suns around you. There is light, there is access, there is help, there is wisdom on the other side. You know, this is what I do, guys. I help you connect with the other side and bring forth information that you just might not be able to tap into. So just remember that. And so much wisdom can come through just to help you shift that little timeline a little bit, get around that brick wall, and get back onto your highest timeline. So this is really confirming. I love it. So Mintaken. Okay. This card is basically calling us to reminding, if you're feeling really upside down at the moment, if life's not really aligning for you, things are still not happening that you want them to, it's all the fun of being a light worker that we are doing the work as for ourselves and as well as others. But there is this just real wanting for things to be simple and easy. But being near water really, really helps for a lot of us. Okay. Mintakan was a place of beautiful water. It's where the original light workers come from. And when we feel out of alignment, so this is just confirming that if you do feel out of alignment, get yourself in water, be near the beach, swim in the water, natural waters, whichever you've got near to you. Even if you don't have a salt bath or whatever you can, just to feel back and help you to get back into alignment, right? To confirm, I always feel so at peace when I'm at the beach, or if I'm even at a freshwater waterfall, just swimming in the waters of that. Like, there's so much, just such good energy with water, right? When you're in natural water. And this card is just basically saying that if you need to be around water as much as you can, and that is possible. Also, too, if you're like quite landlocked and can't get access to water, we have the power of the mind. We can do a meditation or a visualization of being near water, and it's just as powerful as physically doing it, right? The science proves that at all at the moment. So if that's where you're at, then just visualize water, call in the healing powers of the water, whatever feels right for you. We can access all this right now. Okay. Oh, okay. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? This is the light showers. This is the light beings. This is like what you're doing, the work that you're doing is helping to lead others. So try not to feel so alone in your path, even though it can be very lonely. But you're still leading. How are you showing up today to go and help someone else, or just in your own power, be the person that you desire? And by osmosis, that will affect the people around you. Okay. So don't forget that any healing work, all the work that you're doing, I love you and I'm so proud of you. Keep doing it. Just remember that, you're still by osmosis helping the whole of humanity as well. Okay. So that is the healing for humanity for January 2025. I'd love your comments. Please press subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. How has this healing been received by you? And my last message is always that if anything in a healing doesn't align with you, then just allow it to release. It's obviously not meant for you, but whatever does align, then take that and do what you can with that for your own healing journey. But so much love and gratitude for you being here today. So thank you.